Baitoy here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be creating a soft glam makeup look that I currently have here on my face using some of the products that I purchased from Revolve, Sephora, and Daiso. But the star of the show here is actually going to be the Natasha Denona Biba palette. I've been wanting to play around with this palette for a long time now, and I figured that the neutral browns would be perfect to create this little soft glam makeup. So without further ado, let's get right into it, guys. So to create the look, we're gonna use a few of the new products that I recently purchased that was in my last video in the Sephora and Revolve haul. And that is the Natasha Denona Biba palette. Guys, I finally will get to try out this glorious palette. I did some swatches yesterday just to check them out. And oh my god, I can now understand why the hype is so real. It is so pigmented and it is so easy to blend. And then we're going to be using the Clinique Cheek Pop in Fake Pop as well. So that's a new product that we'll be playing with today. And I think we should just get right into it. So I've already moisturized my face earlier and we're gonna go in with this Peach and Lily Skin Shield Blurring Primer. It is so hydrating and it is Vola Smooth. That's actually their technology that's in this little bottle. It's a vegan complex that creates smoother looking skin with cushiony, bouncy radiance and instantly minimizes the appearance of pores. So we're just gonna do a pump of that. It's like a very thick texture. And I'm just gonna apply that all over my face. All right. So you can see it's really hydrating and it's really more like a moisturizer, like a thick cream rather than one of those, you know, blurring thin like primer that has like a soft like satiny sheen on top. It's got more of a thick consistency. And now we are going to use this MAC strobe cream and I'm just going to apply it where the light hits me naturally. So that's going to be a little bit here, a little bit on my nose, my cheekbones. And for today's foundation, I am going to be using this Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate foundation. It's got SPF 45 PA+++, and I am using shade 4, which is called Fawn. How beautiful is this packaging? I bought this during the Sephora sales a couple of months back. I've been using just the beauty blender instead of their cushion just because I mean, I don't really know why. I think I just prefer the fact that this can get in all the little corners and I didn't want to mess it up just yet because it looks so pretty when everything looks nice and new. Yeah, so I bought this during lockdown and obviously right now you can't test any of the colors, which is very annoying when it comes to picking foundation. And I actually think this might be like half a shade to a shade lighter than me right now, even though I've been inside all this time, but it's okay. I think I can manage to warm it up with a little bit of bronzer. So it comes in this little packaging. It's refillable actually, so you can get a new one to fill it right in here. And this is the cushion itself. And I just literally take my beauty blender and go right in. It picks a lot of product and you can see that it's like a tiny bit lighter. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but I think it is like a half a shade lighter. And I just go in and start working in from the middle of my face. So you can see that the finish is quite medium coverage. It's very radiant. and you can still see my skin underneath. You know, you can still see a little bit of the redness, you can still see a little bit of the hyperpigmentation. And I'm just gonna bring it down my neck a little bit because it doesn't really match my neck completely. My neck is a little bit darker than my face. Just bring that up to my hairline a little bit. And now I'm just gonna go in with some some concealer. And I'll be using the Hourglass today. So this is their Vanish Concealer in Fawn. And I will be using that to go under my eyes, a little bit of my nose, a little bit here. It is a little bit lighter than my actual skin, so I won't use it to cover the pigmentations. I'm just gonna bring this up a little bit. Put on my eyelid. Oh God, what have I done? Okay, oh my God, guys. Oh, that's a first. Oh crap, okay. Let's try to get rid of that. Oh my God, that's never happened to me before. Oh my days. Okay, so I'm just gonna. Okay, so foundation's on, concealer's on. Let's go in covering a little pigments here and there. To be honest, there's not a lot left because the foundation did a pretty good job at covering like the minor bits. But okay, let's go in using this NARS. Sorry, it's so manky. I love this one. It's the Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Ginger. I'm almost out. I think this is like my second tub now, but. All right, so I'm just gonna blend that all out. All right, so that's done. My base is done. And now we're just going to put some bronzer to warm it all up. Today I'm gonna use two products. We've got the Nude Sticks in Bondi Bay. So it has brush, you know, the usual. And I'll be going like on top with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in medium. So these are the two I'll work with. I'm gonna start off using the cream base just because I haven't powdered my face yet and it'll blend better. I'm gonna go in using this IT Cosmetics number 7 brush. But first, I think I'll just apply directly on my face with this little Nude Sticks here. So I'm just going to and I'm gonna use the bigger side to just kind of buff it all out. So let's start on my forehead. And then I'm gonna use the smaller end and just blend out this little bit on my nose. So I've warmed all of that up already, and I think I'm happy with that. We're just gonna go in using the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in medium. That is bronzing done. Voila. Now to the fun part. Using the Natasha Denona Biba palette. Oh, yes. So we're gonna be doing a soft glam look. So I don't wanna go too heavy on all the colors, but I think what I'll do is I'll probably use just these bits here. So I'm trying to block out the colors that I probably won't use. So I'm probably just gonna go in using the 6 shadows there. So that's a Cocoa, Freckle, Shine, Rayon, Buff, and Tone. So it's got more like a coral brown vibes with a little, you know, brown, darker brown around the edges, and keeping it quite soft, hence the soft glam. So I'm gonna take this crease brush and I will use the color Freckle here. Oop, sorry, wrong way, that way. And I'm gonna just use that as my transition shade. You might be wondering why I've already got one side of my eyes done, and that's because I did my entire eyes, but it did not record. So I took one side off and I figured, okay, let's go through that again instead of taking everything off. So I'm so sorry about that, but we'll be doing this eye now. And this is, you know, obviously when it's finished. I'm really sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. I think it ran over 30 minutes and then the camera kind of just stopped and I didn't realize. And I think that was a very big rookie mistake. That's okay. So we're gonna go in and just do this eye so that it matches this other side. So what I did was I used the color Freckle as my transition shade. So I'm going in with a crease brush and I'm just going to apply this all over my crease, going out a little bit. So amazing how like blendable and how pigmented the colors are. I really don't have to tap much of it, like the brush into the palette at all to get the color. And now we're just gonna go in with color Cocoa here. And I'm gonna apply it with the Luxe pencil brush all along my lash lines. And then I will take a eyeshadow brush and just kind of blend that outwards. And then with that done, we're just going to go in with the Rayon color right here, oops, this way, with a crease brush, and I'm just gonna go along my crease lines a bit, but I'm gonna bring it up a little bit higher just because I do have hooded lid. So what I'm gonna do is just take this brush and go all along here, bring it in a bit. And then using the Luxe pencil brush, I'll go in using the Rayon color again and just define it a little bit along my crease, in my crease. And then kind of join it here. Just gonna blend it all out. God, it's so hard trying to match both sides. That's the challenge, isn't it? I always kind of do it side by side, but in this case, it's a little bit harder for me. So using the Luxe brush again, I'm just going to take the color Cocoa and put it on the outer edges of my lash line. And just go upwards a bit. So it's like a smoked out cat eye. And I'm just gonna blend all of that using a little bit of Tusk. Just want to define the crease a little bit more. Now I'm taking the color Shine right here, the beautiful, beautiful soft bronze goldish color, and apply it right here. I like using my finger for this just because I think it's a bit more pigmented when you apply it with your finger. And to make that really pop, what I'm gonna do is take this Hourglass Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadow right here in Reflect. I think it's so versatile. I've been using this for different looks and I think it just works for a lot of it, especially if you do a lot of warmer tone eyeshadow. So I'm gonna apply this straight with my finger, and it just kind of makes everything go pop, you know, like all of a sudden everything just kind of comes together really well. Now I will be using the Luxe pencil again. Boop. And I'm gonna be going in with Cocoa on the lower lash line, joining it up and just wiping that same brush clean. I'm gonna take a lighter color and just go along the inner corner. So I'm gonna take the color Shine again, and we're just gonna put it right here. And that's basically all that I have to do for the eyes. What I love about this eyeshadow is that if you make a mistake, it's just so easy to blend it out and kind of fix it, which is really good, which is, you know, easy to use. We all like that. And I think what I'll do actually is go in with a brown liquid eyeliner just to define it a little bit. I won't use black just because I want it to be soft. So I'll do a little wing. This is a, I don't know if you can get it in the States, but you can definitely get it in Watson's here. It's the 24-Hour Tattoo brand, and it's in dark brown, color 03. It's so good. It's my favorite liquid liner. And I feel like it lasts forever. And I will use my favorite eyelash curler from Shuimura and just curl my lashes. I realized I forgot my mascara, so 1 second. All right, guys, I'm back. So I've got my mascara here. It is the Lancome Hypnose Star Waterproof in black. And I'm just gonna apply a thin layer. I really don't need a lot just because I'm gonna put false lashes today, but I do want it to stay up. I'm gonna take the Luxe pencil brush again, and I'm just going to take the color Monroe to highlight the inner corner of my eyes. All right, now I'm going to use these lashes that I got from Daiso for $2. That's 2 Singaporean dollars as well. So I'm just gonna take the mascara and just go on with that and just kind of brush everything in together with my lashes. Just join it all in. So now that I'm done with my eyeshadows, let's go in and do my brows. Today I'm going to be using a few brow products, and we're going to start off with this Precisely My Brow Pencil in dark brown. And we're just going to line the edges like so, lifting it up a bit so I'm not pointing downwards. For this look, I don't want really defined eyebrows. I want to keep it quite light still, and I think the trick to that is just not to create too many like defined edges. And then we're gonna take the Fenty Beauty in light brown. It's their brow MVP, and I'm just going to use that for the beginning of my brows. So I'm just gonna do that upwards. I love this brow pencil. I think it applies so easily and so natural, but the downside is that they do run out really fast. I go through them really fast. So I'm just blending all that out. So what I like to do is take a little bit of this brow brush, sorry, and dip it in my concealer and just clean up the edges a little bit, like a tiny, tiny amount. Again, like very little amount. Like I don't want super harsh edges, but I just want it to look a bit cleaner. Do you see the difference? This is my... So now that I've finished with all the eye pencil, I'm going to be using a little bit of soap brow. So I did a tutorial with soap brows earlier, and I thought I would use this again today because I think it'll be perfect for this look. I want kind of a natural hold. I'm not gonna use a lot, just so that, you know, my brow stays where I want it to. And then just using the spoolie side to shape it. My brows at the end, it has a tendency to like point down. Can you see that? So I like to apply extra product there just so that it stays up. And my brows are done. We're gonna take this new Tower 28 in the color Magic Hour. It's kind of like a pink nude, and I'm gonna apply it with the number 7 It Cosmetics brush using the bigger end. And this thing is really quite pigmented, so I don't need a lot. I'm just kind of stippling on top and just going. Whoa, look how pigmented that is. Just put it up here and then I'll blend it out. I'm just gonna go in with the Clinique Cheek Pop in Fig Pop. I'm just gonna apply it directly on top of that. So I've gone in with my blushes, and now I just want to put a little bit more highlighter, just a little bit right here, a little bit here, a little bit more. And I'm going to go in using the translucent powder from Chanel. It is their color 2. And I'm just going to get rid of a little bit of some shine where I get oily. I still want everything to be quite like hydrating and very radiant. So I'm not going to go all over. Just along here. And for my lipstick today, we're gonna use the Victoria's Secret, and for my lip liner, we're gonna be using the Victoria Beckham in number 3. It's a more pinky nude kind of color. And I think it'll match with the lipstick I'm using today. That is done. And then for the lipstick, we're gonna be using the Becca lipstick from their Ultimate Lipstick Love, and it is in the color Mauve, which is a cool tone pink. It's so hydrating. It's one of their hydrating lipstick formula, and I prefer that kind of formula personally, just because my lips do get really dry. And I like it when it's got a bit of a sheen. I think I want to add just a tiny amount of blush, just like a tiny bit, just right here. Alright guys, so this is the finished look of the Soft Glam makeup. I hope that you enjoyed this little tutorial, and if you'd like to see more from me in the future, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, give me a little thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Until next time guys, bye!